On an unlucky evening in November 2000, the cops received the call of a trembling voice. It was Kristin Rossum calling from her home in San Deigo, California. Panicking, she reported that her 26-year-old husband, Gregory Devillers, had committed suicide. She even tried CPR on the spot, but it didn't work. When the emergency medical facility and police officers arrived, they found Gregory dead. He was lying on the room's floor with some rose petals and his wedding photo around him. Upon investigation, his wife said that she was in the bathroom for a shower, and when she came out, she found her husband dead on the bed. She dragged him on the floor just to perform CPR on the spot. It is what she told to the cops. She further added she felt Gregory a bit drowsy before his death, but she thought it might be the result of the cold medication he had been taking. Kristin's own statements about her husband were so mixed to put her under the frame of suspicion. Initially, she told the medical facilities that Gregory never took drugs. Further in the scene, she revealed that he might have been taking oxycodone. It was further confirmed when the reports came out, narrating that Gregory had taken an overdose of oxycodone. It could be the result of his death, as oxycodone in high quantity can increase risks. Not just that, there is more to the story. Though the couple had married only 17 months ago, Kristin revealed they were going to be separated. She also showed the possibility that this might have led him to commit suicide. She said the petals around him are from the bouquet his husband got her on her birthday on October 25th. But later in the case, police came to know that Kristin bought a fresh rose on the same day of her husband's death. Also, how could the flowers from the 10-day-old bouquet stay this fresh? However, at the time of Kristin's statement about the flower, police believed her as they didn't know her flower buying thing before. A turn in the investigation knocked on the door after 2 days of the incident. Ruslow called the police and informed them that Kristin had been in an extramarital affair with her supervisor. It made police investigate Kristin's wedding to get to the root of the case. They found that the couple met in 1995 and married in 1999. Kristin had been abusing methamphetamines, but Gregory helped her leave it and get a degree in biochemistry. In 2000, Kristin joined the San Deigo County Medical Examiner Office as a toxicology specialist. Through this profession, she had access to almost all the toxic chemicals and drugs. Further, Gregory's autopsy was done, and it revealed another shocking aspect. The reports revealed a high concentration of acute fentanyl along with some traces of oxycodone. Upon asking, Kristin refused to have any idea about it. On the other hand, such toxic substances can only be accessible to the person working inside some laboratory, or a person who knows how to use these two substances together for solid results. Based on the medical reports and evidence, police suspected Kristin might have poisoned Gregory. As the authorities went deeper into the matters with Kristin's trials, she was found guilty of first-degree murder.
A toxicologist with the San Diego County Medical Examiner's Office convicted of poisoning her husband and trying to make it look like a suicide with a scene from a popular movie of that time.
Her family wasn't rich enough to afford a private attorney to fight her case or issue her bail cost $125 million. So, the court assigned her a local attorney. It was a prosecution case, as Kristin had murdered her husband because he threatened him that he would tell her boss about her use of drugs if she didn't quit it. Also, he threatened her to tell about her affair to her boss as well. Gregory helped her quit drugs in 1999, but upon investigation, the police found that Kristin had started taking methamphetamines again after her marriage. However, the use of fentanyl for this purpose is really pathetic. It is 80% more powerful than morphine. Her use of fentanyl is a clear point that she wanted Gregory to be dead at any cost. The report suggested that Kristin might have used other minor substances before, but when they didn't work, she went for fentanyl. To escape the guilt, she plays the card and pretends the scene as if her husband had committed suicide. Poor she didn't know. Escape from the law's hand is not that easy. Normally, such cases are examined by the medical officer. It is the same one where Kristin worked. So, to keep the authenticity of the results, the authorities moved the case to another laboratory for the toxicology report. Further investigation was done from Kristin's workplace and the couple's residential apartment building. On the day of the incident, the employers at Kristin's workplace saw her crying in the supervisor's room in the morning time. Before leaving for work, Kristin called her husband's office to inform him that Gregory wouldn't be able to make it to the workplace that day. The couple's residential building guard also said that Gregory just arrived home before Kristin. Kristin went out to buy some goods from the store near 12:41 p.m., the same day the police came to know that she also bought a fresh flower that day. She could have used that to separate petals and spread them all around her husband to show him as a depressed patient who was desperate for their separation, and it led him to kill himself. She also tore a few pages from his diary to play the card professionally, although she failed badly. A professional doctor at the medical officer who did Gregory's autopsy said that the victim's body had been deceased for at least an hour before emergency services arrival. Other evidence stated that Gregory might have been experiencing respiratory distress for at least 6 to 12 hours. The case was sent to another department for a fentanyl report. Dr. Stanley performed the test and revealed that fentanyl works as a pain reliever. However, it does have some side effects, especially it causes respiratory distress. All the reports strongly suggested that she had given fentanyl to Gregory multiple times. It was not taken orally as it breaks down in the liver, allowing only 35% to run in the bloodstream. Kristin might have used patches containing the drug on Gregory's arm while he was asleep. After the incident, the OMC, which was also Kristin's workplace, conducted a thorough audit to check on their stockpiled drugs. Upon investigation, they found that 15 fentanyl patches and 10 mg of the fentanyl standard were missing.
A murder case with Hollywood overtones, including a poisoned husband, a staged death scene, and a beautiful woman being sentenced to prison for life. It may be returning to a San Diego courtroom.
All this evidence speaking loudly against Kristin and her guild made the court decide Kristin's fate. She was sentenced to life in prison for first-degree murder of her husband, without the possibility of parole. In the moment of fury, Kristin didn't even think about how she will confront the law. Her overconfidence leads her behind the bars. If you think this is the worst case of all, do not forget to check on our next video.